Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Noble, and I am excited to introduce you to my research program today. So my lab is called the Nutritional Neuroscience Lab, and you may be thinking to yourself, what is nutritional neuroscience? Um, so obviously, nutritional neuroscience deals with the brain, and there's a certain type of brain cells called a neuron, which produces neuropeptides. And some of the more famous ones that you're probably familiar with are things like dopamine and serotonin. And in my lab, we focus on some other neuropeptides called orexins, oxytocin, and melanin concentrating hormone. And we're specifically interested in how these neuropeptides impact feeding behavior. Um, Not just overall food intake, but also reward-based feeding, motivation for food intake, impulsive eating, learning and memory around feeding. So like conditioned feeding, how when you see a billboard, maybe you feel hungrier at the sight of the food or the smell of food. So we kind of study all of those things, or all aspects. Um, We are also interested in how diet and exercise impact the brain and neurocognitive function. So, um, in some cases, we look at early life exposure to different types of diets and how that impacts the brain and brain development, um, and sometimes during adulthood. Now, because we're a basic science lab and we're really interested in mechanism. So not just are these things impacting the brain, but really how are they impacting the brain? We utilize rodent models. Um, and specifically mainly rat models in my lab. Um, and yeah, so in a nutshell, that is our research program here. I am very sad that I don't get to meet you all in person. I will be delighted to meet you in the future. And thank you for listening to my presentation.